Hey everyone, welcome to the first moving vlog of the series. If you don't already know, I am moving into my first one-bedroom apartment on my own. I currently live in a studio, and prior to this, I also lived in a different studio. So this is going to be the first time I ever have a one-bedroom space. Of course, the space is still smaller than a typical one-bedroom because I do live in New York City, but I'm going to try to still make it feel large and feel spacious. So I kind of wanted to take you guys along as I plan my apartment. And I did this for my last apartment as well. I can link the video here. But I'm just feeling really excited about the new furniture that I'm going to be getting and just the whole planning aspect of it. So I'll start with that first, and then I'll go ahead and roll the clips of me packing and all that stuff. So I'll try to screen record on my computer. But first I go to a website called planyourroom.com. And there you can kind of just take measurements of the space and see where all of your furniture will fit or if it will fit. I'm just gonna start by just putting the measurements of my current living room into this space and seeing how much I have to work with. So the new living room space is 10 feet 9 inches by 9 feet. So let's go ahead and just start kind of putting in those measurements. I'm telling you guys, this space is teeny. All right, so now that we have our room, I'm gonna just kind of look to the left. There's a little bar here and pick a sofa. And I know that the sofa that I ordered is 96 inches, 96 and a half really, but 96 is good. And then I have a side table that's about 12 inches. So I'm gonna see if I can find a side table here. This is fine. I'll just drag it over and make sure that it's the size that I need. So 12 by 12. And that's kind of what you do. You just drag your furniture into the screen and then you just modify the measurements. And that'll kind of give you an idea of what the furniture is going to look like in your space, if it'll fit, etc. So I'm going to keep adding some things and then I'll come back and show you what that looks like when it's all done. Okay, this is what I've come up with. I've just pretty much put in the main furniture that I know will go in the space. All of the decor and the little pieces I'll just add later, but I think it'll all fit. And as you can see, this is the reason I didn't want my old sectional in the new space, just because it is so tight already. And the rug is extending all the way to my TV credenza, which is just taking up the entire floor space that I have. So I think with just a standard 3-seater couch, I would be pretty good to go and just have a little bit more floor space to work with. So that's the plan. Now that I have this all in this little document, I can just save it, take a picture. This website is not good at like saving your work, so I recommend you just screenshotting it to have in your folder. And then I'm gonna go to a website called Miro.com. Now this website is where you can really work on mood boards and just kind of visualizing all of the colors in your space, all of the actual items. I like to take pictures of my furniture pieces and bring them into this document. So I will create a new board. They offer you different templates, but I never pick a template. I just leave the kind of standard board here. And I'm gonna start uploading pictures. So I might take a screenshot of the couch, for example, and I'm just gonna go ahead, drop that into Miro. And this is looking super big. You can change the size. You can also crop all of the white backgrounds out. And there's a way to remove the background also on Adobe Photoshop. But for now, just to show you, I'm gonna show you it the easiest way that I know how. So here is the couch. I will go ahead and do the same with my rug and all the other furniture, and then I'll kind of show you what I'm working with when I have it all done. Okay, I did some more work off camera and I wanted to show you a bit of a more finished result of this mood board. So I was able to do that editing where I just removed the backgrounds, and here is kind of my progress so far. So I've got the couch, the rug, my current TV stand, which I'm gonna keep. And then these chairs that I'm currently sitting on, I've just added them in too with this table. This bistro table is so expensive, like $1,000. So I don't think I'm actually gonna be getting that for my apartment, but just to kind of get a visual of the idea that I have in mind, I put that there. And I don't have this big tree yet, but it is an option. I really want this lamp, but it's currently sold out and I don't think it's gonna come back in stock. So what I like is that this also gives me the opportunity to just kind of switch out lamps and see what they look like in the space. And honestly, I like both lamps, but this one is a bit more modern and glam, whereas the other one just kind of brings in that pretty, I don't know, just that like vintage kind of look. And then I'm also not certain about the tables, so I can just kind of bring this one over. Here's another idea of a table that I had in mind, but this one is gonna be 36 inches, I think, round, so it might be a little bit too much, like a little bit too big for the space. So that's the only thing I'm thinking about this, but I like that I get the opportunity to just play around in this app and see how the pieces look together. And that's pretty much what I've been doing as I'm just thinking about my new apartment. It's always good to get an idea before you move in, because honestly, I want to have a couch the day I move in, and I want to have certain furniture pieces right when I get there. So the idea is that I pick everything out now and then I just pre-order it. That way it's there when I'm able to move in. But honestly, I think the coffee table might be like months and months of me searching, because that's like the hardest thing right now. But yeah, everything else I pretty much, I think, already have an idea. And so I just wanted to give you a little sneak peek. But of course, you'll see it all live in action when I finally get in the space. So anyway, now let's go ahead and move into the footage of me packing and just getting ready for this move. I hope you enjoy the series, and I'm looking forward to finally getting into my new apartment. All right, enough of me talking, let's get to it. Hello friends, welcome back to another video. I think this is gonna be kind of like vlog style, but I really have to get started with taking down some of the things that I mounted to the walls. For example, this shelf. I really did a number on this studio apartment. Even though it's so small, I mounted everything. I just like created a bunch of holes in the wall, and those are things that I'm gonna have to fix before moving out. So I thought I'd bring you guys along for that deconstructing portion and repatching the walls and just fixing up the apartment mistakes that I kind of made. Even though they were great while it lasted, like I mounted my TV, I hung art on the wall using nails and screws and just like a bunch of stuff that I really could have avoided, and then it would have made this process a lot simpler. So we're going to get started. I'm going to start right here with this long shelf. I actually have put some of my items up on Facebook Marketplace, so I'm in the process of selling a bunch of stuff, and tomorrow I think someone's coming to pick up this shelf. So I'm really excited about that. I also am selling my circular mirror that's hanging up on the wall, so I'm going to take that down. Just a few things that I'm getting rid of, and I'll show you the process. I'll go ahead and put you on a time lapse for the shelf, and then I'll show you kind of what I've already sold and what the space is looking like currently. And then we'll keep going with just other things. I've got to take down those wall sconces, a bunch of stuff to do. So let's get started. Okay, the shelf is off. It was actually pretty simple. I just had to remove the screws. As you can see, it's got these, I forget what they're called, but I am having a hard time figuring out how I can get these off the wall. But you can see that shelf was mounted very well because there are so many holes in this wall now just from that one shelf. The guy that did it basically made it so that I could put 100 pounds of stuff onto that shelf without it being weighted down. So I've really got some patching up to do. I'm not gonna do that tonight, but I do want to figure out how to get those things off just so that I can have all the pieces when I give it to the person that I'm selling it to. But for now, I'm just going to go ahead and wipe down the shelf and figure this all out later. By the way, this is the mirror that I was talking about earlier that I'm selling. It's really just on one screw, so I don't think this should cause too much trouble. Let me try to take it off now. Okay, the mirror is down. Here is the screw that it was on, but as you can see, I've placed it a few times. So there are 3 holes in the wall. They're very small, really tiny, so it shouldn't be really bad. I don't think that's going to be too noticeable. But again, I have to take down these wall sconces. My TV is mounted. This curtain rod I also have up on the wall. What else? I think, is that mostly it? I guess we're not in bad shape then. I thought it was a lot worse. So for these smaller holes, I'm just going to use this one-time lightweight spackling since it should be easy to patch it up. Here's what it looks like after. I'm trying to clean up the wall a bit, but of course it's not a complete fix. I still need to maybe do some light sanding and also paint, but it's definitely a lot better. All right, you guys, the couch is officially getting picked up tomorrow. I sold it on Facebook Marketplace, so I've just been taking off all the pillows and stuff. I have a pile of all the throw blankets that I have that I kind of like rotate through and put on my couch. So I took all those off. Here's another one. I have so many throws. I need to do something about that. But yeah, I stacked up all these pillows. She is looking good. She's in good shape and ready to be delivered to a new owner, or I guess picked up by a new owner. Hopefully they like it just as much as I did. I really did love this couch, but in my new apartment, the space is really narrow, so having a sectional like this, a long sectional, is just not gonna work. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna go with a flat couch, like just the regular standard sofa. And we'll see how that goes. I'm also feeling like I want more of a warm tone because I really do like this light gray. I think it looks just so peaceful in here with this gray color, but at the same time, I think like a nice light beige or something like that will just warm up my new apartment. So that is the plan. I'll show you what the apartment looks like without a couch. It's only the first week in April, so the fact that I'm not gonna have a couch for 3 weeks is kind of crazy, but you know, I put it up on Facebook Marketplace thinking that it wasn't gonna sell as fast and someone's interested, so I'm just going with it. And I'm gonna not have a couch for a few weeks. It's official, guys. The couch is in the hall. Here is another piece, and the guy just went down to bring the other piece, so your girl is couchless for the next month. Well, it's a month's time for me, but by the time you guys see this, it'll probably be just a week or so. But yeah, I'm gonna miss this couch. I actually really loved it, but I just need to find something smaller. And here's what's left of my little apartment. I had this yoga mat underneath the couch, so that's just sitting there. Not that I ever used it. And then just, oh my gosh, an assortment of cords. You know the craziness. Still have my coffee table and rug, but I'm also selling this. Still have my nightstand and then my bed, and now I have all these couch pillows on it too. But yeah, the space is looking so empty despite only the couch being gone. I've also sold like that little basket that I had here, my blanket basket, a few other little things. You already know about my shelf. Still working to fix that. But yeah, things are happening. All right, I'm finally getting back around to this wall. The blue anchors are out. I had to phone a friend on this one, but they are out of the wall. So I've got my tools and I'm gonna get to work. Here is the before, and here we have the after. It's definitely not perfect. I still need to paint the walls, but this is what we got done with the filler, the putty. And hopefully my building tells me what paint they use for these walls, because they were being a little shady about that when I first moved in here. So I'm hoping that they'll let me know what paint they use so I can just paint over this and don't have to pay anything extra for the damage. Hello. So I'm not sure where we last left off, but I do know that I've been living without a couch for a few days, a week, I don't know how long now. But I did get some new furniture pieces in for the new apartment. And I know it kind of sounds weird that I would buy new furniture before I even move out, but these chairs were out of stock for so long, like months. I've been tracking them. I had my notifications turned on for Target, and they would like come back in stock, and then I would go to add them to cart and they would be gone. So I just had to get my hands on them. Let me go ahead and show you. They are these beautiful barrel chairs in this like camel color, and I think it's like a suede material, but they're stunning. This is not actually how they're gonna be styled. I just have my pillows and stuff from my old couch. So they're currently occupying the space, and at least I still have some seating because I still have about 2 weeks before my move. Well, a little less than that by now. So that is that. I have gotten some boxes together. I've just started packing some of my decor. Basically, all of my home decor books are in here in this small box. And let's see what else. We have cleared off a lot of the decor that was on the TV stand, so it's much more minimal. The space really feels so open in here without a couch. Let's see if I can show you. Yeah, it's feeling really nice, light and airy, but I have been obsessed with watching moving vlogs. That's like all I watch now. Let's see what we've got going on over here. Basically boxes just lining up the hall. These are actually the boxes that those chairs came in, so I just saved them. I figured I could use them for the move. This one just has blankets, pillows, and like towels and linens and stuff. I don't want to overpack these since they are so big. And then the one in the back actually just has some donations that I need to get rid of before I move. So I have all of the donations in these little bags. And then this box is a box full of boxes. I have all of the boxes that I ordered from the U-Haul company. And so I need to just start building them. I think I'm going to just start packing some of my clothing, like some things that I don't really need, but it's so hard because the weather in New York City is so confusing. Like last week it was 80 degrees and now it's back to 40 degrees at the end of April. So I'm trying not to get rid of too many of my winter stuff. I've already packed my big winter coats, but I'm trying to keep at least one coat out, one thick sweater, things like that. But I do think I need to move these giant boxes out of here because I do need access to my washer dryer unit. So I'll figure out a place for these, probably somewhere in the living area space. But yeah, that's pretty much the update. I think I'm gonna start packing some jackets and things now. I'm generally feeling really good about where I am right now. I think because I sold a lot of my bigger furniture pieces, I don't have to worry about that. I'm still trying to sell my coffee table, and I also decided to sell this CB2 dresser right here. It's just too wide for the space that I intended it for in the bedroom. So it's not gonna work out. I'm thinking of, instead of an entryway table for my new apartment, I might just do a wider dresser there, but I want something that has more storage space. So we'll see if I get anything new. Those things are currently up on Facebook Marketplace, so hopefully someone buys them. Unfortunately, with the marble table, it's so porous that it just has some stains from like condensation and things like that. So it's a little hard to sell, and I paid so much money for it, which is what devastates me, is that it's real marble, it's from West Elm, it's good quality. It's just that marble is a natural stone, it gets stained easily, and so that's a problem. And same for the dresser, it has like some markings on the top, but we'll see. Hopefully it sells, otherwise I will have to figure it out. So let's go ahead and get to packing. I think I'm gonna store some of my clothes in my rolling suitcase because that seems easy enough, and I feel weird about like just putting clothes straight into boxes like the cardboard. I don't know why, but I feel like I wanna line the cardboard boxes before I put clothes in. Is that weird? Let me know. Anyway, gonna start doing that now. Did you guys just watch me struggle to lift those boxes on top of each other? I had to clear them away from my laundry closet because my suitcase is in there and I want to start packing some clothes. That was fun, but it's all done. Let's get the suitcase. Most of my jackets and sweaters in here, so that's pretty good, and I think I'm just gonna call it a night there. I'm literally doing this on a Tuesday night. It's 8:44 p.m. and I have the weekend, so why not just save the rest for then? I don't want to overwhelm myself, and I'm feeling pretty good about where we are. Currently at Home Depot. I got some paint and a roller. Back home, and I'm so eager to fix this wall behind me. So I have this little cardboard, and I'm just going to roll the paint out there and then apply it. I really hope it's the right color match because I brought like the teeniest little sample to the store, and she said it would be really hard for her to actually match the color, but she did it. They gave me one, so hopefully it's the right one. For those of you who've been asking me, by the way, what paint I have on my walls, she gave me Bear Dynasty's. It's DY603, that's the code name, and it's a matte flat paint. So hopefully that's helpful. My building management refused to give me the name of the paint they used. I don't know why. I don't know if they don't want these walls fixed, but I'm gonna go with this. Hopefully it's a match. I've gotta say, it's not looking like the closest match, but it is still wet, and that's just the first coat. So I'm gonna wait till it dries. I'll apply a second coat and then I will keep you updated. So while that dries, I'm gonna go ahead and have some dinner. The sun is working her magic right now. I love when the weather gets warmer because the sun really lights up this studio. Unfortunately, I will no longer be experiencing that, but it's okay. Back to what I was saying, I'm gonna go ahead and have some dinner. I have some halloumi cheese in the fridge with some potatoes, so I'm gonna heat that up. And also, my mom bought me habichuela con dulce and majarete. I'm gonna show you. Oh, I cannot wait, and it's all for me. So I'm really excited for dessert. Does that not look so good? I'm excited. Got some artichoke going on and a few tomatoes and olives as well. Yum! Don't mind the boxes.